Hello guys, and welcome back to Speak English with George. In today's lesson, I want you to learn 16 unique alternatives to the phrase I think.
I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel.
And the thing is, I often hear my students saying, I think I want to do that. I don't think that I'm gonna do that. I think that it's not interesting for me. I think blah, blah, blah. So it has been overused a lot. And if you want to extend your vocabulary and have that different expressions to say the phrase I think a bit differently, this video might be interesting for you. And the very first phrase that we have is I believe. And if we are trying to compare I believe to I think, I believe has a lot more sureness. So when you're saying I think, blah, 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 so you're kind of 60, 70% sure about something. But when you're saying I believe, you're almost 100% sure in it.
I believe that Nancy is the first woman in my own life.
For example, I believe we can learn any language with good motivation and right approach. The next phrase, this one is a little bit more formal, but it is close to I think, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, our boss didn't want us to finish this task today. So again, you're not sure about whether he asked you to do that today or not.
As far as I am concerned, whoever did this is a criminal.
The third phrase, if you ask me. This is just another alternative to say I think, and you might think that this phrase requires you to have that sort of feelings when you're expecting that someone is waiting for your answer or your opinion, if you ask me. But it's not always working this way. For example, if you ask me, traveling abroad helps us appreciate different cultures and ways of life.
But if you ask me, this isn't your car.
And before we move to the new phrase, there's a little remark. If you're new to my channel and you're seeing me for the first time, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not a native English speaker, just like many of you. I'm a self-language learner who created this YouTube channel to share with you all the experiences, pains, and mistakes that I've passed through. My goal is to help you to learn different aspects of English language based on my own experience. So if you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click a like button if you like the video. The phrase number 4, I reckon. This one sounds a lot British, and this one is a lot similar to I believe. For example, I reckon it might be challenging to remember all these phrases at once, but by rewatching the video a few days later, your chances are significantly higher, and I believe in that.
Yeah, we'll come across them tomorrow, I reckon.
I've already talked about rewatching videos multiple times as a method of getting that 100% comprehension skill, when you can understand the whole video, all the words, and sometimes, especially if you're not fluent and if your listening skills are weak, you might just want to rewatch videos a couple of times. This is the way of improving yourself, believe me. The phrase number 5, which is slightly formal. From my point of view, healthy lifestyle, including regular exercises and balanced diet, is essential in overall well-being.
From my point of view?
And the phrase number 6, as far as I can tell, which is very similar to the second one, as far as I'm concerned. For example, as far as I can tell, climate change is a pressing issue which requires global cooperation. And the next 3 phrases, they are very similar to each other, to my mind. To my mind, we should do this task right now.
Just more honest to my mind.
8, I feel that. Today is a beautiful day for a new adventure.
I feel that Watson and I must go to London.
9, in my opinion. And in my opinion, sometimes it's better to take small steps to reach your goal.
In my opinion, you're lucky to be sitting here today.
And the phrase number 10, I bet. For example, I bet your English will be improved after watching this video. So I truly believe it will happen.
I bet you got one of her.
And the next one, the way I see things. The way I see things, social media has both advantages and disadvantages. Advantages means pluses and disadvantages means minuses, if you didn't know.
So the way I see things, right? Me and you got two things in common.
Phrase number 12. It seems to me that something. It seems to me that in the context of hobbies, cycling can be very fulfilling and positive hobby.
It seems to me that your father never stopped trying.
And the next phrase, I would say, or I'd say. I would say that learning from failures and mistakes can be a very beneficial part of any learning process.
I would say that I've never worked with anyone as good.
I'd say that makes him mine.
The phrase number 14, which is very common as well, and you are sort of emphasizing the meaning of your true opinion. Honestly speaking, listening to English is essential to become fluent.
Honestly speaking, I wouldn't mind.
15, I presume. And when we're saying I presume, there is no sureness at all. I presume the meeting will be held in the conference room. You don't know? There is no motive to believe in this. Nobody told you about it, but you still believe in that.
I presume you've prepared new insults for today?
The phrase number 16 and the last one, which is very similar to the previous one, and the phrase is I guess. I guess he must have forgotten about the meeting. You don't know, but you guess.
I guess I'm too old for that sort of nonsense anymore.
Thank you a lot for watching. If you have any specific questions or topics that you want me to cover, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.